Alright guys, Delzinski here, and big news today regarding WWE 2K15 as 2K Games released the full details regarding the downloadable content for this year's game. Yes, previously in the week they went on to say about Paige becoming DLC content, but they didn't quite elaborate on all the other info. But today it was all let loose, and one of the big deals coming out of this was the 2K showcase, as we have additional 2K showcases for DLC content, and one of which is the Path of the Warrior. That's the one I want to talk about today in this video, as it is dedicated to the late great Hall of Famer himself, the Ultimate Warrior. Now, just to let you know, in this video, this is all WWE 2K14 screenshots, so don't think this is actual footage from WWE 2K15. It's just an example to show you what we're getting as part of this 2K showcase. So it's WWE 2K14 content shown in this video. Now, in this video, you're going to get to see what you're going to get. You're going to get a lowdown of what 2K confirmed today, and I'm going to give you a bit of an insight of what I think we're going to get from this showcase. So let's break it down for you. Let's talk about the showcase itself. Now, it's a story focused on the career of the WWE Hall of Famer, the Ultimate Warrior. And you're going to get to play as the Ultimate Warrior, obviously, but in addition to him, you're going to get some other playable characters. So let's give you a list of those playable characters. First of all, let's go through the Hall of Famers which have been confirmed. Obviously, the Ultimate Warrior himself. Next up, Hulk Hogan, the Immortal One. Next is Andre the Giant. And the last Hall of Famer is Sergeant Slaughter. In addition to these Hall of Famers as well, we get some WWE legends. We get the Honky Tonk Man, Ravishing Rick Rude, the Macho Man Randy Savage, and Colonel Mustafa. Yes, old Sheiky Baby returns as Mustafa. Next up as well, what's very interesting here is we have some confirmations of new attires for superstars which have already been confirmed. So the Undertaker will indeed be featured in the 2K showcase Path of the Warrior, and he's likely to be sporting his old Undertaker attire. So he'll be wearing his original attire back in the day. As well as the Undertaker, we have Hunter Hearst Helmsley. How can we forget that match? All I'm saying is squash. Simple as that, but I'll talk about that actual detail a little bit later on when we go through the arenas that are confirmed as part of this showcase. So that is the Hall of Famers, that is the legends, and that is the superstars that we will get as Path of the Warrior 2K showcase. Now, we don't just get that, we get some confirmation in regards to a WWE Hall of Fame ring announcer. Yes, Howard Finkel makes his return. Good old Fink is back in WWE 2K15. He was in WWE 2K14, and again he returns for 2K15. As well as having the Fink, we've got some WWE managers confirmed. We have the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, Bobby the Brain Heenan, one of my favourite managers of all time. We have, oh yes, of course, we've got the Undertaker in here, so we couldn't have the Undertaker without having Paul Bearer. We've got the Sensational One, Sensational Sherry, and Sid Justice, and as well, General Adnan. So that is a full breakdown of the pack in terms of Hall of Famers, legends, superstars, ring announcer, and the managers. Next up, let's talk about the arenas, and as we talk about the arenas, we can start to piece together what matches we're going to get inside this showcase, because once you start reviewing the superstars against the arena, it kind of becomes common sense what matches we will receive. So I've kind of pieced together a few, so let's give you what I've got. So the first playable arena which was confirmed is WrestleMania 6. So that has to mean that we will get the Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan from WrestleMania 6. The next arena which was confirmed is WrestleMania 7. That was the Ultimate Warrior versus Randy Savage. Moving on to the next arena, WrestleMania 12. Oh yes, this was the one I was talking about, squash, as it was the Ultimate Warrior versus Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and damn, I can't believe Triple H let them put this one in the showcase. Whew, somebody is not going to be best for business by doing this one. Next up, we go from WrestleMania to SummerSlam, and it's SummerSlam 88 with the Ultimate Warrior facing the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time and the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, the Honky Tonk Man. From SummerSlam 88, we move to SummerSlam 90, and it's one of the Warriors' best rivalries. It's the Ultimate Warrior versus the Ravishing One, Ravishing Rick Rude. The next one up it's a bit different actually, this one, because this is a tag team match as we see Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior, versus Sergeant Slaughter and Colonel Mustafa, and they're going to be accompanied to the ring surely by General Adnan, and this is from SummerSlam 1991. So they are the confirmed arenas. In addition to these were the ones that I pieced together. So there are still some holes here because the likes of Sid Justice is included. Where does he slot in here? Let me know over the comments box below. But additional arenas as well was Saturday night's main event, and lots of stuff went down on Saturday night's main event. So that could be where Sid Justice filters in, and Madison Square Garden as well. So that is the total pack. I don't actually know how 2K are going to go about releasing this, because some of the guys that are confirmed here we already knew about, like Hulk Hogan, but some of the guys I didn't know were going to be in the game. For example, the Honky Tonk Man, it was talked about, but I never actually saw any official confirmation until now. So that will be interesting to see how they work this, because this is going to be a release, so do you just get all the superstars rolled into the pack? Is that how it works? Additional arenas, do they come as part of the original game build, or do they come as part of the DLC pack? It'll be very interesting to see how it all works. Now, the Path of the Warrior will be available after the game's release, and it's going to be $9.99, so obviously it's going to be a little bit like around about, I don't know, £5 in the UK, and obviously, I would suggest to you guys to not buy these individually, because this all comes as part of the season pass. And if I was you guys, I would just buy the season pass, because you do get more showcases. 2K confirmed a few others, but this was the one that stood out for me. There are a few others as well. I'm sure I will cover them in the next few videos that I do. I'm bound to talk about them on We Talk at some point, because I know Weeds was very excited to hear about the Path of the Warrior, because he's a huge Warrior fan. So, I mean, yeah, guys, I would wait for the season pass. I would buy the season's pass, because that will get you all of the content, and it will be cheaper in the long run. So that's my suggestion, but it's most definitely very interesting now that we get showcases as part of DLC, as opposed to just getting, you know, the occasional superstar to download. I mean, the novelty wears off with those, but this just adds to the game. It's a bit more interesting to actually play an additional game mode, as opposed to just having playable superstars every now and again to download. So guys, let me know what you think. I'm very excited about this. I thought it was a great way to really pay tribute to the Ultimate Warrior, to have a showcase dedicated to the Ultimate Warrior as well. I thought it was very fitting. There was talk at some point that Legends may not be included due to face scan technology, but obviously 2K have worked their way around that. I'm pretty sure that these are going to look just as good as the face scans anyway, because otherwise I don't think they would go to the effort to do something like this. So guys, I want to get your views on this via the comments box below. What do you think of the 2K showcase? Will you be getting it? Are you looking forward to the Path of the Warrior? And as I said, there are more showcases that have been released today, and hopefully I will cover them in another few videos. Let me know by the comments box below. Very exciting stuff today. Lots of information released. All that's left to be said is please rate, comment and subscribe. This is Delzinski, as always, signing out.